over the years, working in fitness, working in combat as well, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and running my own gym, I've managed to understand a lot of things that tend to cross over a little bit. And there's some skills that we consider as far as, earning success in the gym. That applies to the success I had maybe with jiu-jitsu, and I also use those with my business as well. And what I'd like to do is talk about those things and how you could possibly apply it to yourself as well. The first one is probably not the most exciting one, but it's the most important one. Essentially, it's consistency, routine, and habit. Now, most people that are turning up to the gym every day, it's not that they're, super pumped. They wake up in the morning, they're like, yeah, I've got to get to training. They just love it so much. It's because they know that it's, it's 5:30 a.m., 5 a.m. They've got to get up, they go to the 6 o'clock class, and that's exactly what they do every day, and it becomes routine. Fitness isn't built on intensity. It's built on just showing up. Sleeping, eating, training consistently, that's the boring stuff, but that's what gets the wins. It's the daily routines and the weekly rhythms. That's what beats motivation. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You're going to fall to the levels of your habit. Number 2, resilience. Turning up when you know things are going to be tough. A classic example would be Chad. That workout, if you've done it before, you know it's going to suck, but you turn up anyway because that's where resilience is built. I got a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That took years. It took years of turning up every day, sometimes getting bashed on the mat. But I would turn up every time. I built resilience by showing up. That's how I earned a black belt. Staying in business, running a gym when a lot of others failed. It's because they will quit. I keep surviving. Don't think about what's right in front of you. Just think about turning up the next day. That is resilience. Just keep showing up and building resilience to the tough things, and everything starts getting easier. The whole thing with resilience is you don't need a perfect day. You just need persistent days. You got to keep showing up when things get tough. Virtuosity is our third skill. Virtuosity is super important, okay? Greg Glassman uses the definition, doing the common uncommonly well. Now that just means doing really basic things really well. You have to look at the foundations of where you're at. People are quite often hitting plateaus in the gym or struggling to improve. They get to a stagnated point, and the reality of the situation is not because they're not gifted or they haven't had the expert coaching, but coaching's definitely got a big role in this, don't worry. But what we're looking at is the foundations of where you're at. If you're not improving, chances are your foundations are lacking. Okay, so it's very common for a lot of athletes, business owners. It doesn't matter where, this applies to everything, right? When you start to struggle a little bit, you got to look back to your basics, strip it right back to the start and return to the foundations and rebuild. Sometimes that's not super exciting, but in order to improve, this is exactly what you've got to do. You've got to think about something like your squat. Is your squat actually good, or is it just a low squat? Progressive overload is our fourth skill. We're going to think about this, especially in the gym. It does sound a little bit misleading because progressive overload, people might start thinking all I've got to do is turn up every day and go heavier or more complex with my movement. This is not the case at all. What it's really applying to for most of us is scaling appropriately, adjusting the workout to suit our current level. And then over time, we can build up. So not just coming in out of nowhere. Say, for instance, your goal is to do a 200 kilo deadlift. You're not going to get there by just coming in and trying to do a 200 kilo deadlift. You need to bring that right back, focus on your form, okay? And make sure that you're lifting the appropriate weights and then working your way up slowly over time. The same thing might be with something like learning a ring muscle up. You're not just going to come in and jump on the rings and just keep flogging away and trying to do it. You have to adjust the scaling options. You have to look at progressions in order to get you there slowly over time. These same things apply when I was, looking to run my business. I had to not just come in and open up a huge gym and try to fill it. I had to start with, one rower, one plyo box, one barbell, a set of plates. And over time, I gradually built the gym. And over time, with hurdles, we just start to get to where we are now. Don't rush the process. Take your time. You're just going to end up running into the physio sooner than you need to. Progressive overload, slow scaling. Number 5, I'm by far the worst at this. Recovery, deload, and rest. Okay, this is so important. Over my years, it has been my biggest flaw. I constantly do things when I shouldn't be doing. The reality of the situation is that rest and recovery, good nutrition, stretching, good sleep, this is the stuff that helps build progress. It avoids burnout. It avoids injury. The same in business. You know, if I'm running the gym and flogging myself, I end up having all sorts of problems and meltdowns, okay? It's just not the way to do things. You need to train smart and then take the time off to rest, okay? And then come back stronger and more vitality, more revitalized, and doing a much better job. The guy who comes in and trains smart, works to their energy levels, gets lots of rest and recovery, focuses on mobility and good nutrition, will absolutely outlast the guy who trains hard but stupid, okay? These people always burn out. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm the guy who trains hard and stupid. Measuring and tracking. Number 6, what gets measured gets managed. We need to make sure that we're getting measurable, observable, repeatable data. CrossFit has been doing this since the start. That's how we know it's an effective training system. That's how we know if someone is making progress. That's how we stop stagnation and biases, and it identifies progress. It is an essential part of fitness that most people don't acknowledge. Some of you are running a business. If I was running a business and just turning up every day and opening the doors and selling things and making a loss, it wouldn't be long before my business closes down. So that analogy works well for most people, because you run a business or you have a job at work where you have KPIs that you've got to meet. You can't just expect to keep your job or run a business if you're not tracking those results. The same thing applies with your health. The data that we're collecting not only identifies your progress, but it also identifies any health issues that might be arising, and I can speak very confidently about that. So track your progress. And obviously, you can also use this to build motivation, because if you see progress builds motivation and it rewards you. Okay, so definitely track progress and acknowledge your wins. It's always good to have another set of eyes on you. No one becomes great alone. So number 7 is coaching. Okay, coaching and feedback. So it might not just be actually having someone there as a certified coach of some sort, but having someone there that can give you feedback. You know, it might be within the class and you're doing some back squats or something and you think you're making depth, but not really. Maybe you're looking at the floor, just someone to say eyes up. But having someone to keep a set of eyes on you is your way to improve, okay? The way to get better, rather than just doing it on your own. If they can correct you, then they can help you. And you should be able to take good feedback. So being coachable is really a great trait for you to improve. Number 8, definitely one of my favorite. Community, accountability, and training partners. Man, I would not have had the longevity in fitness. I've had a lot of success in the past, and it's all come down from having awesome training partners and being involved in a community to keep me motivated. It's so good, you know, and the classic phrase is iron sharpens iron. Working along people, being around people that are better than you, help you strive to become better, and to support others, you know, to build them up as well. It motivates you from both sides. It elevates effort and consistency as well, because it keeps you accountable. You turn up to training if you know you've got people there that are expecting you to turn up. People that are going to ask where you were when you didn't show up. The community and the vibe of our gym, you know, like on a busy Saturday and sweaty fist bumps and, you know, the support that gets behind you. If you've got someone pushing next to you, you're going to train a little bit harder. You see someone load the squat rack a bit heavy and you think, why not? It just makes you better, man. Training by yourself, it's so redundant, but community and accountability and training partners is number 8. And don't forget it, guys. It is one of the best parts of CrossFit, and we developed that and really honed it. Number 9 is adaptability. This one gets lost on so many people. Adaptability means you turn up because you know you need to. You turn up and you stay in the game. It's not about, I can train hard and I can do RX, so I'm gonna turn up. It's about, I'm injured, I'm gonna come in anyway, and I'm gonna modify the workout so I'm experiencing no pain, but I'm still moving and I'm still using my body. I can think of so many people that have come to our gym on crutches or whatever the case may be. I mean, Jack in a sling, Hannah on crutches. I'm turning up, I'm expecting open heart surgery, but I'm still gonna train every day because I just modify it. I just scale it back to where I need to be. And it's about having the adaptability and having people around you that are going to help you understand what you need to do. It's great to have that bit of education, but just turn up anyway. You don't need to stop because you can't do something perfectly. You just adjust it and get the same vibe from the workout. So staying in the game and understanding that and the ability to modify is what's going to keep you continue to get success. The fittest people aren't the ones who go the hardest. They're the ones who just stay in the game. Getting close to the end now, number 10 is long-term vision. So having goals, understanding that, when we program as well, we do macro cycles. I'm not sure if you know that, but, we have different phases. So it might be, strength phases, endurance phases, power phases. And you're not just going to get results just by turning up a few days and then disappearing for weeks. You got to stay in the long game and understand that is where success arises. It's the same, like I keep reflecting back on businesses where I kind of hone most of this stuff. It's having clear goals down the line and know that I'm not just going to come in and achieve those goals on the very first day. I'm not going to just lose weight and then throw the towel in. I need to set myself some clear goals and I need to chip away over time. Small, consistent blocks of training is what builds the future you. Turning up blindly and turning up with a plan, it's two different outcomes. And the last one, which is possibly the most important one, and as a coach, it's super important. And it should be any different for anyone else, really, because we're all trying to help each other. And the last one is creating hope in others. Fitness is contagious. And you need to be there to support your friends. And you need to be that person who encourages, who smiles, who gives high fives, who lifts the room, basically. You don't want to be that person that comes in. I mean, everyone's on a different ride, but just enjoy yourself, because it is fitness. It is about being alive. It is about moving your body. It's about inspiring others, supporting each other to do well, and help other people believe they can do hard things. The same thing goes back to, the community. You need to lift everyone else up so as that, we're all moving in the same direction. When you build others up, you also cement your own identity as a fit person, okay? So once again, going to routine and things like that, this is the person who you are. And you need to identify as this person. Become this person. You're in here every day training in the gym. Be the person that lifts and inspires the people around you, not the person that is going to be, you're lucky I'm here and all this sort of rubbish. Guys, you're in there training every day. You're CrossFitters. Come in, represent, support each other, and create an inspiring environment for everyone. And I guarantee everyone's going to jump on board. This is what we're all about. Guys, I'm Simon Colley. I'm the owner of Gym Cartel and CrossFit Desire. I'm a retired combat athlete. I've been a coach since 2005. I've been running the gyms since sort of 2012. I have coached thousands of people, parents, grandparents, kids, youth, and I've helped them live fitter and healthier lives. And my job's simple: remove the barriers, keep you consistent, and help you become the strongest version of yourself. If you want to train with us, you don't just get workouts. You're going to get accountability, you get a long-term vision, and you get surrounded by people who want to help you win. I hope to see you in the gym.